fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age. Show money that I don't have, there's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream. If they post a pic of me deeply, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. Send you one of my sports cars, you know that it's a fake. Got my love loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing to do. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. I had a post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych, cause I got a demotion.
Only the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age. Show money that I don't have, there's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily, that ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can. There we are, Kinsman. How you doing?
Hey. How you doing?
Do you think we have a lot of purple going on the screen here?
You do, yes.
Yeah.
Purple, in preparation of our guest tonight. I'm wearing our logos. Yeah,
hold on a second. I sent you the memo at 3 p.m. I said we got our friends from the Anti-Hunger Coalition coming on. We got to get all purple. I even got the purple song. Do you know what it is?
Let me guess. Barney?
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination, and when he's tall, he's what we call what, Kinsman? A dinosaur sensation. You don't know this?
All right, leave the singing to the kids.
Okay, well, let me ask
you everybody out there tonight. But you know what? Even if I answered the memo, I don't own anything purple in my closet. I have nothing purple. So
can you spell dinosaur?
I can spell dinosaur, yes.
Okay, let's spelling bee, right? It's for the championship right now. Don't blow it, Kinsman.
Dinosaur.
You impress me every day, my friend. I thought you were going to throw a
I had to think about it for a minute. I'm like, dinosaur. Geez, I haven't... you know what? You're putting me to the test. This homeschooling, I should be on the ball for that kind of stuff. Eh? Those types of questions.
That's right. We're going to talk about online schooling later on in the show, but I do want to find out if you can keep up with your kids' homework, because it gets pretty tough grade 4 now.
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank goodness my little guy's only in kindergarten, so I'm not not quite there yet.
Yeah. If you're falling apart in kindergarten, then we're gonna have to talk.
It's all downhill from there. But yeah, we've got another great show tonight. Eliisa from the Anti-Hunger Coalition here in Timmins, joining us on the show. And before we dive in, we want to thank our amazing sponsors, because without our sponsors, this show just does not happen. Timmins RV, they are still open despite the stay-at-home order. They've got it on their Facebook page. If you're looking for the RVs, they continue to sell their RVs, parts, accessories, and note that they do curbside pickup. So if you're looking for accessories, make arrangements. They also have several options for you to shop easily. What you need, you can find them online at timminsrv.com, and also browse the lot, socially distance yourself, and maybe eye out your future summer RV, because you don't have to pay for 6 months. Great incentive there at Timmins RV. I'm
going to make you a deal this summer. I'll bring you out camping, and if you bring the beer, I'll keep the fire going 24/7.
Okay.
You like this?
That's not a big challenge. Usually I always bring the bevies to a camp site or someone's campfire, right? Yeah, you always have to have the bevies. That's the written rule. Yeah. It's either that or s'mores, something to eat.
I picture you falling
snacks with you.
Picture you falling asleep at the campfire.
No, not usually.
No? You're a late guy. All right, Kinsman. So you won't fall asleep at the Surge. What a transition I put there. But, we signed on with them in April. Didn't get to do a show in April. May. We hope. If not June, if not when the doors open. And we have been working pretty hard behind the scene to plan our first variety show. Going to have lots of different folks from the community there. And it's going to be something like you haven't seen before. All types of stuff. It's just not going to be stand-up comedy. You're going to see all types of stuff with different people and different events. It's going to be pretty cool. And, maybe even a game show.
Might be a game show in there. I know we'll do our trivia nights in there. But again, once we flatten the curve, I know we've been flattening it for forever, it seems. But once the numbers get, where we're back into the provincial opening of the province, hopefully we'll get it back in there sooner rather than later. And we actually talk about that a little bit later on in the show. The numbers are actually, even though they're high, they're actually in our favor. They're going down. So that's some good news. You always have to find the positives and all the case counts, but the cases have gone down into the thousands from a couple weeks to now. So
that's right. I want to talk about Eric Villeneuve. So he's with Villeneuve Engineering Services. So my kids play Minecraft, and they all do. Well, except my daughter, but my two boys do. And you know what Minecraft is, right? Like building things, like it's digital Lego. I bet you Eric would be the go. He could probably teach me how to build this like massive stadium. I got to call him, and then the kids, they're never going to make fun of me again, Kinsman, because this guy, I love his engineering. I've been to his page. Have you checked out what he's up to?
Yeah, he's got quite, he's quite the guy when it comes to, designing something, engineering. If he did a structural design, he's got it all: metals, pulp, paper, power distribution, commercial sectors. If you need it, structural engineering anywhere, not just Timmins, but anywhere across Canada for industrial mining and all the services. He's the jack of all trades and the master of all of them, including engineering, which he wants to serve you. He wants new clients. Being the new guy on the block, new engineer, 705-221-3991. And again, you can visit his Facebook page at Villeneuve Engineering Services online.
Presto. And then finally, Mr. Martin Peel over Pads Canine Protection and Detection Services, and Sniper. Sniper is just as popular as Martin Peel now, right?
That's right. Sniper is getting the paparazzi.
Yeah, I love Sniper. But Martin Peel, on a serious note, provides security protection for businesses, for residential. You're starting to see these Pads Canine security guards all over the place, and his business is continually expanding. He's on top of his game, and he's the guy to protect your assets. Right, Kinsman?
He will protect your assets, and of course, he'll protect everything. He'll if you're going away for a weekend, you give Pads Canine a call. They'll patrol your services, and again, protecting your assets is the number one key here. And he's also looking for full and part-time security guards. So if you want to hire yourself into employment, it's hard to find employment during COVID, but Martin Peel, Pads Canine Protection and Detection Services, are hiring. So if you're into the night shift, the day shift, cross shift, contract shifts, Martin is your guy to get in touch with.
When we go to the Surge, I plan on making a lot of like Leafs and Canadians jokes, and if they storm the stage, like to whoop my butt, Peel's going to be there as my personal security. You didn't know that, eh?
Right. Yeah, we should bring Martin in. Martin, and you know what? When he's at the Surge, he won't be working. He'll be hanging out with us.
Okay, Kinsman. Let's get to a couple hellos and to our guests. So there's Amy.
Hello, Amy Kiwi with a hello. Who else is on?
No wave today for Amy or what? There you go.
Who else? Chad. Damn, I really wanted first post today. LOL. Hello, all my friends. Hello, Chad. Dubanow. Lori says, hey, K and K. Hello to Lori Ball.
Double wave.
Pick up the crop.
Lori always does the countdown to KINZ and KLOMP on our Facebook page. I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
Hello, guys.
Daniel. That's it. That's Daniel Johnson there. He's my stepfather from Barrie back there. So
got a lot of family
Daniel
support.
And my mom tuning in.
There's Joel who says it's his first time watching us. Well, thank you very much, Joel. We appreciate that.
Yes. First time viewers. Joanne says, hello, guys. Hi, Joanne.
Oh, look at this, Kinsman.
A good day.
I don't know if Anne Marie is talking about the fake Facebook man at the beginning, probably about the Barney song. I'm
going to say the Barney song.
Yeah. And there's Ryan. His name popped up. No comment.
Hey, Ryan. Ryan over at AIM Recycling.
Yeah. That's right. There's our friend Janice McClomp and McKins. The joke, I guess that joke's never going away. And
no. She asks us how we're doing. We're doing fine. I'm doing fine. We should be asking Janice how they're doing. I guess in their neighborhood they had a bear just a couple nights ago. Bear season here in the city, so it's exciting times. The bears are out there detouring thieves, keeping thieves at bay and keeping us on our toes when we're taking our trash out, especially through Melrose. Bears are always frequent through there.
Martin Peel's going to hire some cute security guards for they could go to Janice's house. We'll talk to him about that. Chantel, hello.
Hello, Chantel. We got Carol. Hello, guys. And hey, guys, from Justin Prevost.
Oh, and Sarah says, what did I miss? What are you talking about? The Surge? Yes, we're just hoping it could reopen, hopefully May, June, and we'll be there to do some live shows.
We need to flatten the curve or at least get back to yellow and orange where we can get in any capacity. If we have to hang from the rafters, with, rope, you and I, if we have to be socially distanced that way, we'll do whatever it takes to get back in there, and hopefully soon.
The Timmins song is great. Thank you so much, Justin. And Lori, you already are our official countdown.
Yeah. Lori always being one of our number one fans out there, always rooting us on, cheering us on. Great.
Look at Martin. So I said Martin's going to be my bodyguard. He didn't respond to that, but he's talking about being the cute one on his crew.
There you go, Martin.
Why is Jamie the only one supporting the sponsor? Kinsman's the big sponsor, guys. We love all our sponsors. We know Ricky. We love Ricky, and we always say, without our sponsors, Kinsman, no show. Just two broke guys talking to nobody, right?
That's right. Two broke guys, two independent broadcasters who, turn nothing into something. And, we've turned it into something thanks to our sponsors. And again, yes, once I get a green screen behind me, we'll be able to fire up all the logos on both sides.
But I got to fix my lighting. I'm always looking like I'm not as pale in person as I am on the screen. So I'm going to have
like Casper, the friendly ghost here tonight.
You look a lot more natural than me. Okay, so enough about us. We've talked too much. It's time to bring Eliisa on from the Anti-Hunger Coalition. Are you ready, Kinsman, or what?
I am ready to chat about one of the biggest charity organizations here in the city. And we've got Eliisa there. Hello, Eliisa. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you. Loving the purple.
Oh, yes, of course. And my purple shirt, sort of see-through. It's kind of embarrassing, but it was the only purple one I had. I got to ask you right off the bat, Eliisa, so your name is spelt with two I's. How often is that misspelled?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very simple.
That's okay. I'm used to it, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's good. So thanks for joining us, the Anti-Hunger Coalition. Now, I want to ask a question right off the bat before we get into all the awesome stuff you folks are doing. What's the event you guys hold? Is it the coldest night of the year?
The coldest night of the year. Yeah, that was in March.
So the coldest night of the year. So you think, Mark and I, if we can get involved in this one next year, do you think Kinsman's going home at 10, 11 p.m. or do you think he's sticking it out throughout the night?
Oh, he'll stick it out.
Yes, I will stick it through no matter what event I'm at. If I'm too cold, it's probably because someone told me to bring a big coat or something and said, you got to suck it up, and I will suck it up. I've done various overnighters. When it was the Relay for Life, they used to do the overnight walks in the city. It used to get pretty cold for those, but I would always end up being there to the end. And again, if we'll go next year. Jamie and I will attend the coldest night of the year.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be in person and not online.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, it's a bit of a wrench with COVID. Running a charitable organization in the city, going into full-fledged digital mode. It's got to be tough for you guys and gals to keep your organization running.
Yeah, it is. And we're so used to always being in person, right? So doing programming and stuff. So it's been challenging, but I mean, we're so busy right now with like the pandemic and stuff. So there's never a dull moment at ACT.
You like that, Kinsman? I transitioned her into solo mode, but because I turned off my lights and you see like that green fuzz, like down next to me?
It's down in the one corner of your screen right now.
Do you want to see some technical stuff live in person there, Eliisa?
Yeah, what is it?
Sure.
It's going to make me too bright. I'm having just an issue with the light tonight. Look at this. Look how bright I am.
He needs a makeup artist. We don't have that in the KINZ and KLOMP budget yet, Eliisa.
Hold on a second. I think I'm going to fix it over this way.
It's just lighting OCD here.
Whoa.
I do makeup, so I can come do it for free for that.
There you go.
I'm way too bright tonight, but I don't want to distract that. So tell us a little bit about what's been happening with the Anti-Hunger Coalition lately.
So I just want to say, for those that don't know who ACT is, so the Anti-Hunger Coalition is a local nonprofit charity that works towards increasing access to healthy, affordable food for everyone in the community of Timmins. So some of the programs that we have within ACT are the community gardens, the Good Food Box, collective cooking, and the one that is the new program that we're going to be starting is the Good Food Market, which is so new, and we're hoping to start it mid-June. So we're really excited to get that up and running.
Yeah, that is so amazing. Like Mark and I were so impressed with the work you folks are doing now. How long have you been with the organization for? So
I've only been since November of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was, I think, in the office for 3 weeks. And then I left, I worked remotely because I had knee surgery. So I worked remotely for 2 months. And then when I came back, it was still COVID, right? So I haven't even been really in the office.
Right. And it must be one of those jobs where, you're helping people and you really come home with a proud sense of accomplishment. Obviously, you'd love to help everyone, and sometimes that's impossible, but I know you folks are doing your best to reach out to everyone as you possibly can. But it must be, something, it's a feel-good job. Am I correct?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I mean, some weeks we do like emergency food hampers every week. And I mean, some weeks we have 11 deliveries. Too. And a lot of them are, like big enough families. So, I mean, you bring them their food and they get a gift certificate and they're just so thankful because like they weren't expecting all that much. So yeah, definitely you go home thinking like, you did such a good job today and people can eat like healthy food.
Healthy food choices, and it's an amazing service that you provide for the community and the residents of Timmins. How does one figure out that they if they needed your services? Is it a phone call? Do they email you? How do they become on the list for receiving these the Good Food Box, these boxes of food?
So the Good Food Box, you would just look on our Facebook page. I usually post the link that you just fill out the form. And then you can tell us if you want a large box, a small box, your address. We do all the deliveries. So just get in contact with that, or you can also email just team@antihungercoalition.com. And then we could connect with them that way as well if they wanted to come into the program. The first Thursday of the month is when all orders need to be in, and then deliveries happen on the third Thursday of the month. So orders have they've gone up. Like some months we do 350 deliveries.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, and I mean, our days when we start packing. So next week we have our pack. We start at 7:30 and we don't finish until like the last box is delivered. So it's a long day, but like what a feeling.
Right. And have you seen, and I'm going to guess the answer is yes, but have you seen a spike in services utilized with you folks in the past 13, 14 months?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Good Food Boxes have gone up.
Yeah.
And even our emergency food hampers, they've gone up as well weekly. And then we also have community partners. So like First Baptist Church and Project Love, like all their numbers have increased quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. And it's a double-edged sword because you have some folks that are struggling to get by financially. Mm-hmm. Some can't even find a job, and the price of goods of services have risen. And
it's expensive. Yeah.
We talk about lumber, but if you go to the grocery store, you notice that also. Fresh food, fresh vegetables, everything has spiked.
That's right. So in that case, like if someone was to call us, or we get a call from like a community partner, and they're looking for some food for an individual that doesn't have the means, then we can look at possibly sponsoring, depending on if we have the budget as well. So like for some, we've sponsored for 3 months just to get them into the program and whatnot. And then after the 3 months, we touch base and see if we can continue that service for them. Nice. So we do as much as we can to help anybody.
Yeah, that's right. Like Joanna's saying, $46 for a roast. In some cases, I've seen these prices double, and that has a big effect on families that are already struggling to get by, with their rent and their basic necessities in life. And of course, food is a basic necessity. Yeah. But what I love about what you guys are doing now, it's, we need a little bit more health and nutrition in my house. We're a bit of a pizza guy, but you are feeding folks healthy options. Mm-hmm. This isn't like chips and pop and chocolate bars, all stuff. It's healthy options. So did a lot of thought, like I know it's simple to, pick vegetables, but you folks work with nutritionists and get a decision of, what should go in these boxes, or the group just decides themselves? Yeah.
So the Good Food Box is my program. So I do from like setting up the volunteers and scheduling them to picking the food and ordering all the food. So each month we like to do like variety. So in a large box, you would get maybe 7 or 8 items, and that would include 2 different kinds of fruit. And then in a small bag, you get about 5 or 6 items as well. So we like to put, like staples. So like cabbage or potatoes, because you can do a lot with that. But then we like to have something a little bit different that they didn't get the month prior. So like broccoli or kale or something like that. And it all depends on like what the cost of those items are as well, right? So something a little bit more expensive, we kind of would have to either split it in half or look at putting something different in the box. But they get a good variety in the box. They also get a newsletter of our, like, we have a featured fruit or vegetable in the box, and then they get a recipe as well that they can make with that featured item.
It's pretty awesome work they're doing over there, Mark. There's a comment from Janice.
Yeah, Janice says, I order the food boxes each month, and it's great. Started using it since last summer when I was home with the kids and an injured husband and couldn't leave the house. Love the recipes that come with them, too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and also Chad Debano, we get the box, awesome for fresh veggies.
Yeah.
And Lori, it's a great program for people who can't afford while providing healthy food for the recipients to consume. Okay, here's a question for Eliisa. How much do the boxes cost?
So the large box is 20 and the small is 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And all the food, like all the food that you were just, describing that are in these boxes, like, Joanne was saying, a roast is $49. You're getting all this
For
for
$20.
For $20. How do you keep the cost so low? Is it, the fundraising that you guys do here in the city?
Yeah, like I think it's just like the funding that we get, that we can continue to keep it that low. But I mean, I think it's like in all the other fundraising we do as well, right? We kind of just pulls it back into the program.
That's right.
Like my in-laws live in like Kirkland Lake, and all they have is independent, right? So we buy them a box and we bring it to them in Kirkland Lake just because they get so much of a variety.
Martin Peel said he had a bottle of wine for me. I think we have to chat about that separately. Off topic, there's no bottle of wine in these packs, but
no.
Tell us, so how long has this program been going on for?
So the program launched in 2009.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So since then, we've handed out like over 12,000 boxes within.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And it just keeps going up within the months, right? And word of mouth, and people just want to like hop on and get these boxes.
And how, like, with that volume, how dependent is the Anti-Hunger Coalition on volunteers?
So because of COVID, we can only have 10 volunteers, and that includes ACT staff. Okay. So sometimes, we usually volunteers start showing up about 9, and then the pack is usually done around 11:30. So the volunteers are a huge part of making this happen. I mean, if we didn't have them, it would take us a lot longer, plus with all the deliveries. So we have so many volunteers for the pack, and then we also have volunteers that come and take some deliveries off of our hands as well. And then whatever's left, then the ACT staff will go and deliver.
Joanne wants to know, do you have a choice of veggies?
No, so we get like the supplier lists, and we go through them, and we kind of pick something different that the month prior didn't have.
Another thing about getting, fresh fruit and vegetables, here's the dilemma in my house. I get them. It's all good natured, like the bananas. Mark and I talk about this all the time. And then we forget about the bananas. We forget to eat them, and then they're all brown 6 days later. Vegetables fresh, you got to get those cooking right away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But talking about, like, if you want to pick your own veggies, that would be like the Good Food Market. Mm-hmm. Which is going to be like a pop-up style, like grocery store, and it's going to be year-round. Mm-hmm. So we're hoping to start that mid-June. We're still working on a few locations to secure, but we do have 4 locations secured: south and north end of Timmins, Porcupine, and South Porcupine. Mm-hmm. So it's going to run on a 4-week rotation. And then it'll be all produce. You just come, you kind of grocery shop, and then you're on your way. And then eventually we'd like to have different vendors coming out as well. So maybe a dietitian doing healthy nutrition stuff, or something for the kids. So yeah, that's what we're hoping for, and we're excited to get that going.
Such a great program. And, talking about all your volunteers, everybody sorting through all these, food boxes and food. Where do you guys keep all the food? Who's in charge of going shopping? Where are all your suppliers coming in from for all the food boxes?
So for the Good Food Box, so the day of the pack is when we go pick up all the food. So we start at 7:30, and we hit pick of the crop and get all that produce loaded. We drop it off at the church, and then we head over to Foodland and pick up our food from there. But then we have like Graham Acres and Urban Farm that we partner with as well. So, and they've been really good to like deliver that to us. So at least that's one stop we don't have to go. And it'll probably be the same for the market. It'll probably be like the day of, where we pick up everything and then go set up and take down and stuff. So because we just don't have the space to hold all of that produce.
So obviously then it sounds like you have strong partnerships with many different local businesses in the community, and that's what keeps the program successful.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. So like for the Good Food Market in the wintertime and stuff, we'll hit up like Pick of the Crop and Foodland and stuff. And then in the summertime, we have local farmers that will grow us some produce as well.
That's right. Talk about, so the Facebook name is Anti-Hunger Coalition Timmins. And is that the official name? Does that mean there's different anti-hunger coalitions across the country? Or
no, I don't think so. I think that's its own. Yeah. Its own.
All right. It belongs to Timmins.
It belongs to Timmins. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brag a little bit about the other team members. I know Mark and I were in there not too long ago dropping off donuts and coffee. We do want to know if you ate all the donuts, but more importantly, talk about the team, because we love the work you folks are doing there.
Yeah. So Jen is our ED. So she does a lot of all like the office stuff and paperwork and getting like the grants for us to be able to hold all these programs. So she's fantastic at what she does. Amber is the Good Food Manager. So she oversees everything that I'm doing. So within the Good Food Box and then also the Good Food Market, she kind of, puts her stamp on it and says, yeah, it's good to go, or let's change this. So right now it is the three of us. We did have Kiara, who is our collective cooking coordinator, but she has a full-time job. Like she took a full-time job elsewhere, so she works with us just part-time in the evenings for the cooking part of it. And then we have a community gardens coordinator, Katrina, who just started with us. So she's part-time, so she will be doing everything with the garden. So if you want to rent a plot or meet and greet, which we're going to be having hopefully by the end of the month online. So she is your go-to everything gardening. I don't have a green thumb, so I know nothing about that.
Yeah.
But she's great at it. So that's great. So, and we're also looking for an intern, so to help us with the back stuff of it.
There you go.
Need some extra hands out there. Yeah. Sounds like a busy organization, which it is. Talking about Kiana and the cooking workshops. You have cooking workshops. So she would take a class online. I guess with COVID, everybody meets online, and she'll cook a dish. How does that work?
Yeah, so they have like boxes as well that they get, and they deliver to all their participants. So they make a recipe with what is in your box, like in your Good Food Box, and they cook it within, I think it's 2 hours or so. But then they also teach you like, food hygiene. They teach you kitchen skills. So it's not like they do like the talking portion and then they do the cooking portion and then it's like question and answers. So I think they do have one. I'm not sure if it's ended or not, but from the feedback, it's been great. Like people have learned a lot that aren't comfortable in the kitchen. So yeah, she's been busy. She's been busy with that.
I bet. So it's a great organization. It's a great, a collective event that everybody can, everybody who can't cook will eventually learn how to cook these, probably they're easy dishes, but, when you're looking at it and you can't cook, you're like, I'm just going to go and do the takeout. They'll find out that, hey, cooking isn't that hard. And, obviously using all the ingredients and the healthy choices, it can be a fun, a fun evening, to not only cook, but to compare your dishes to the others that are, taking part in the workshops. It's just great. Do you have to sign up for those courses? How much is it to sign up, or do you just log in and say that you will join Kiana for these courses?
Yeah. So I had spoken with her today, and she said the registration for the next cooking session is going to be opening next Wednesday. So keep your eyes on that. I believe social, like Facebook and stuff like that. So that's going to open next Wednesday. It's going to be for individuals 55 plus. and then she will contact whoever showed interest.
That is pretty awesome. And, sometimes when Mark and I get an idea, we can put it together and roll it out fairly quickly, but it doesn't work that easy with your group because you're dependent on funding and you have to put proposals together. So if you do an event, say like the coldest night of the year, which I love it, that's why I keep circling back to it. Like, when does the planning start? I would assume after, say, 2021 is done, you start planning 2022, correct?
So I think with like this year, I believe I started in like December, kind of reaching out to businesses to ask for sponsorships, or if they wanted to put a team in. But it's like January, it's like the hustle, like let's get these sponsorships coming in and sending out thank you cards. Like it was like a huge event considering it was like online, right? But so much planning and so much like organization went into all that. And I believe this year was like one of their biggest like fundraising. Like they exceeded the goal this year.
And yeah, it's not an easy job getting sponsors. Lucky we have Kinsman. He'll just stand at their door until he gets. Yes, look at all these sponsors behind me. How do you think we got
That's
that?
right. It's not that he's making me look like I'm a stalker in the city, but no. The sponsors, are very, very helpful. It's nice to see, sponsors helping you folks out at the Anti-Hunger Coalition. One of the events that I would like to ask you about tonight, Eliisa, is the community cookbook, where people can submit their recipes and a little bit of a story, I guess, behind the recipes. Can you tell us a bit about this project and how does one get the recipe involved with this book?
So the cookbook, the purpose of the cookbook is to celebrate the community while building appreciation and pride within the city of Timmins. So we want individuals to share a favorite family recipe that reflects the love of food, culture, history, and our local foods. But then we also want to hear the story behind it. You can send in pictures or anything that we can add to the cookbook. So they're planning to produce the cookbook in the fall of this year. Okay. Submissions need to be in by June 30th. If you want to, and it's in partnership with the Timmins and Multicultural Center as well. So there is, on Facebook, there should be a link where it'll send you to a jot form and then you just fill out everything as well. But people have called me if they don't have the information. So, you could get in contact with us at the Anti-Hunger Coalition, and you can send us your recipe and we could submit it for you. But I think it's super cool about you get all these different recipes all into one cookbook, right? And people can try them, and it's really interesting to hear what the story is behind it.
Yeah. Like Joanne saying, she submitted her mom's recipe in her memory. We need that's awesome. Yeah, that is really cool. Sometimes you got these, family traditional recipes that they're willing. Sometimes they keep it close to the family, but maybe they're willing to share it, and it collaborates into one cookbook. I wonder if someone's done the craft dinner with a scoop of Cheese Whiz.
Probably a little bit more extravagant than those recipes, right?
Yeah.
Craft dinner with the wieners included, right? You gotta throw the hot dogs in there. You probably won't see those recipes, but if you have a recipe, you're encouraged to get in touch with the Anti-Hunger Coalition. Talking from Helen from the Timmins Multicultural Festival Society here in the city. She says they were looking for 100 recipes. Is there a number, or is it just you'll take as many as you can get?
Yeah, I think we'll take as many as we can. We haven't got like a huge submission yet, so we're hoping to get enough coming through. So if you have one and you want to share it, send it in. I'd love to have it.
We're already on a roll because Joanne submitted hers. I have the craft dinner with a splash of extra cheese. Martin's got steak, kidney pudding. Sounds real good. With fries and gravy and mushy peas.
Mushy peas. There you go. He's got to put the recipe, Martin, for the buddy, right?
Yeah.
Put the buddy in there.
You should see this guy. Listen, you know what he has for breakfast, Martin Peel? He comes in and he has 2 pieces of bread and like 45 sausages in the middle. That's probably not part of the vegetable basket.
No, we need to get him to come volunteer with the Good Food Box.
Yeah.
Maybe with Sniper.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep a good guard on the boxes while your staff is sorting, and make sure things are going a-okay and smoothly.
That's right. Maybe have a lesson in like cooking or something.
That's right.
Look at this, Kinsman. See, Martin laughs at my jokes. That's supposed to be your job. Mark has to laugh at least 80% of my jokes to make me feel good.
It's in the KINZ and KLOMP contract. Right.
Yeah.
You need to forcefully laugh at some jokes, even if they're not funny.
Just do it anyway. Yeah.
That's right, eh?
Which is the norm. So if folks want to get involved once again in anti-hunger with the Anti-Hunger Coalition, access the programs, volunteer, find out what you folks are up to. Once again, it's the Facebook page is the main source.
Yeah, so they can send us a message on Facebook. They can give us a call. They can email us. We always have our phones on us, so we'll always check in emails if we're not like in the office or whatnot. Yeah, I mean, we're always looking for volunteers. We're going to need volunteers for our Good Food Market as well. So, I mean, if there's individuals that would like to volunteer, perfect. We'd love to have you.
Yeah. We will get out and do some volunteer community service. It wasn't prescribed by the judge. I swear to God, we will do it on our own accord. Right, Mark?
That's right. We will, if you guys need a hand with anything, maybe delivering some of the boxes, because I know probably the deliveries can be tough, especially through COVID times.
Yeah.
I've got a car. Jamie's got a car. If you need a hand for any of those boxes, give us a phone call. And of course, they can reach you through the email team at antihungercoalition.com. You've got a phone number 262-2499.
Yep.
Or they could find you on Facebook and say, Eliisa, I want to submit my recipe. I want a cooking workshop, and to be a part of one of the collective working.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
We seem to have our hands in everything, right? So we do what we can for the community to help.
Well, we think you folks are saints and angels. And, Mark and I, every time we have a group on here, we make commitments to do stuff. Like last time, it was a pedicure.
How many commitments are we at here?
So if you don't hear from us in 2 weeks, you call us and say, hey, guys, that just wasn't for the show. Eh? Like, you're really helping.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're going to be there, like we promised.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to it.
Yeah, that's right.
I got one final thing to ask there, Eliisa. The speaking of the Good Food boxes, you had one of your deadlines, I think, on May 6th. When's the next deadline coming up for those who want to sign up for the next Good Food book? So
it would be the first Thursday of June. Mm-hmm. Is the deadline for the June box.
June box. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you miss May, don't get too upset. It's only a few more weeks away, and then you can get yourself in for all those. I still can't believe the boxes again. What were the prices? $20 for a box?
$20 for the large box and $12 for the small.
Wow. And again, kudos to all the partners of all the food sponsors who are providing this food to better the organization, the Anti-Hunger Coalition. We can't do it, as they say, it's the city with the heart of gold, and sometimes you just gotta peel back and invite amazing guests like Eliisa on the show, and to let us know how awesome this community really is. When you're opening up your box, you're like, wow, it's $20, and you can thank all these amazing local supporters who make this happen.
Mark will open up his box and he'll FaceTime me and go, what is this? Oh, it's a carrot.
How do I do this? That's right. You need to peel the carrot, right?
See, Eric was going to call us out on the pedicures, and now Eliisa is going to call us out in 2 weeks if we're not signed up to help out somehow, which we will. That keeps us on our toes.
That's right.
After you have your pedicure.
Yes.
Maybe we should start one of the community, the Timmins community gardens. Jamie and I, we should have the KINZ and KLOMP plot and see if we can actually grow something from it. Right?
Exactly.
I think we should do that. We can add that to our list of things to do.
We have a gardens in Timmins, and then we have one at Northern College as well.
Awesome. Yeah, you folks are doing amazing work. We really appreciate you coming on. I'm sorry that my box looks like a television from 1973. I don't know what's going on there tonight, but you folks are awesome. We love everything you're doing. We will be in touch. And
okay, sounds good.
Anytime something new comes or re-promotion or anything you want to chat about, just click on the link. We're always here for you.
That's right. Flip us an email, and vice versa. We'll stay in touch. And again, the community garden plot sounds like a good idea. We should have the KINZ and KLOMP. See you can grow the best beans or something. Just something totally off the wall, but be a lot of fun to see who would win, right? Yeah. Who's got the greener thumb, Jamie or I?
You're always in competition with me, Kinsman. Come on, we got to do it for fun.
Oh, we'll do it for fun, yes.
No, I like competition. All right. Thank you so much, Eliisa.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, take care. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, it wasn't, she's awesome, right? They're all awesome.
She is, Eliisa from the Anti-Hunger Coalition. And again, team Anti-HungerCoalition.com. Team at Anti-HungerCoalition.com is their email. And you can also phone them 262-2499. And they're looking for volunteers. So if you want to help out and give back to the community, what a great place. It sounds like a lot of fun working with Eliisa and her crew.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's the one where they, so it spreads off the good vibes, more to start the day.
You think it's more fun than working with me?
Look, to answer that on the spot. No, she'd be equally as fun to work with as it is to work with you.
You've seen Poltergeist, right? Where the girl stares at the little screen.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in that screen. I don't know what's happening here. I feel like I got to jump out at someone.
I don't know. That you look like Casper the Friendly Ghost earlier.
Did you come here and change my light bulbs when I was in the washroom or what?
No, just it looks like I think your green screen is acting up in the background there.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get to a little bit of community notes. So I went through this road construction today, and I was pretty impressed. Do you know by the Ford dealership? Yeah. And you go around there. It's usually like a one-way to get back on Algonquin. Get this, Kinsman, late breaking news. Two ways. It's a two-way straight. Yeah. And they've also put in the temporary lights because of Algonquin being closed right at the Wilson intersection. Right behind the Circle K is where that light system is. Kind of odd when you're used to stopping there as a stop sign. Now it's a light. You're thinking, geez, your brain is, why am I stopping here? Oh, that's right. It's a red light, right? You have to pay attention to the traffic signals there now. You could be causing an accident in my community, Kinsman, with that driving. In your community. Yeah. Okay, ours, whatever. Online schooling. So this is what I wanted to ask you, but you sort of answered it. My son's in grade 6. He asked for help. I don't know. It might be a little bit beyond my brain. This school work's pretty tough, right? It's tough, even for the kindergartens. And, and I say this every time, teachers right across, across this city and all of Northern Ontario, right across the country, in fact, thumbs up to what the teachers really do, because it's a tough gig. And especially with the online schooling, my little guy's teachers in the EAs trying to corral kindergarten students. My little guy's 5, and they do a pretty good job. It's hard to keep the little ones, off, looking at something else. But, the teachers are, keeping them glued to their tasks at hand. And today they're doing math with plant pots. Different pots, and then they're supposed to cut them out and put the little flowers into the corresponding pot. Yeah. So that's what my little guy has been up to. That's what e-schooling's been this week for us. Good. Doing a good job keeping him on track. So it's Census Day, and you asked me to find out what Census Day means. Originally, you're like, it's the day the census has to be completed, but I'll have to correct you. As a good friend, didn't want you to embarrass yourself. I believe I'm 80% correct that the census is when you complete the census for your residence, it's where you're living as of this day.
As of right now, right? Yes.
May 11th. Yes.
So if you don't fill it out, the population sign, you say, well, that number is a little off. It's because no one filled out their census properly. And so someone put out a good question the other day I saw online. It was someone saying, with all the digital tracking that they have, don't they have all this information? But I guess they don't. So, it's necessary to fill out the census. Does that make census? Census day. There we go.
Okay, there's your one laugh at that corny joke. Okay, here, just close the Chromebooks and say all done. I don't even fuss anymore. Yeah, it's not easy on the parents.
No, it's not. It's not easy at all. And again, I'm, so much love and respect to teachers right across who have to adapt to this. It's not just the students adapting to, e-learning. It's the teachers having to corral their students via digital technology for the e-learning. So hopefully we get back into a bit of normalcy. Obviously, they're giving you the option. I do believe in September to do the e-learning or the in-person. It's going to be a choice. But hopefully with the numbers, sailing south, and if we can flatten the curve, maybe we can get back into full-time in-person learning again. But I guess the option will be there for those who choose to do so.
I'm sending my son to school. That's right now.
My little guy said the other day, he's like, Papa, you know what? I'm not. He says I don't know if he likes the e-learning. He just likes to be with his friends, right? It's tough to see all your friends, on the screens, and they get to chat during break time and lunchtime. But it's not the same as being in the class. So I can feel for him. My little guy's only 5, and he's telling me that e-learning. He goes, I don't want to go to e-learning today. But then the teachers they bring up an exciting craft or project to do, and then it brings them back in. So again, kudos to the teachers.
That's right. Try being a teacher with 30 kids and have your 2 young kids doing virtual at home. Yeah, insane.
No kidding, right? Yeah, teachers teaching their kids and then teaching their own kids because they're at home e-learning as well. So, yeah.
Christina, I got stuck with the long census form. Ooh, bad luck on the draw with that one.
You just answer C, Christina, when that happens, right? C, just go through the whole
thing. I wonder if you have to add sniper as a Timmins resident. Okay, so another thing that we do is that we usually get together Mondays, and you bought supper this time. Now, Kinsman, I'm going to buy supper next Monday. It's our business meeting night. Once in a while, we do.
It's our staff meeting. We have to, and that's when we plan the week in our events.
I'm not even going to ask you what you want because I already found it. They have this octopus burger at Radical Gardens. I'm getting you 2. I'm not even stopping at one. Have you seen this octopus burger?
I saw it on her Facebook page. And, at first glance, I'm like, what is that? And then you're like, wow, that's an actual, I guess, an octopus tentacle within the burger. And I have not tried octopus. I've tried, calamari. Is it similar? Anybody who eats octopus, is that burger going to taste similar to calamari in between the hamburger buns? Because I'm curious. I want to try this burger.
Yeah. It looks pretty, well, I'm getting you 2. So you're going to have 2 of them, and then you can do a review on the show, but their food always looks cool there. So
doesn't it? I always say, Brianna Humphreys in Radical Garden, she could put shoe leather on a plate, and whatever they're throwing out at you that night, shoe leather, it would actually taste edible. So I'm going to say, even though I haven't tried the octopus burger, I'm going to say that octopus burger is probably amazing. Let's ask maybe someone out there has had the octopus burger. Anybody had that burger yet? Is it good? Let us know, because we're going to try this on Monday.
Of course, Peel, he eats everything, that guy. So he's going to like it. Let's see. Its suction cups will stick to your palate. Right. Lori says the apple pie is wonderful. Yes, we'll get some apple pie next Monday. Now, I should say, octopus. You got to go with crispy octopus. Did you know
crispy
that?
Octopus? Is it crispy on the burger? It's hard to tell on the picture. I'm just thinking it's just
he's saying
lightly sautéed octopus in that burger.
He's saying in general, crispy octopus is good. Have you tried crispy octopus?
I haven't tried any octopus yet. No.
All right then. Okay. Well, let me
calamari is as adventurous as I can get, but really, is calamari trying to be adventurous when you're trying to eat seafood because it's battered, right? Do I like the calamari? Do I like the batter that's around the calamari to, kind of get rid of the taste of the calamari?
How many times are you going to bring up this calamari? You really like it, I guess?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You like calamari.
If it comes up on an appetizer, I will usually get the calamari. Yeah.
Okay. You kill me. Sometimes I can't keep a straight face. So we all want to get back golfing, right? We had Owen Rigg on the show. But they had this awesome golf song that was just released to get back and play. Have you heard it? It's like the tune to John Denver's Country Roads.
Yeah, Chad Driscoll is his name. Over 46,000 views already. And he's basically raising a sting. If you haven't YouTubed it yet, it's called the Ontario Let Me Go Play Some Golf song. And you'll see Chad singing about basically raising a stink for the province to open up golf because, golf is a small business and they are feeling the crunch, not being able to get out there and play golf. In fact, looking at some of the posts from the NGA, this was after we had Owen on the show stating that this is going to cripple the golf industry if we can't bring golf back in as a socially distanced event, which I still say golf is probably a lot safer than waiting in line for your meat at the supermarket. But then again, that's just me, right? But I plead with them. I want the golf courses to open because it is a socially distanced sport. You see all the other provinces, they're golfing, BC, Alberta, we're the only province that, for some strange reason, does not think golf can operate, function as a sport or a socially distanced sport, which I totally disagree with their logic here for the closing up the courses.
Yes. I agree 1,000% with you on that one. And then our friends at Timmins Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, which my son... He's awesome over there, Chris. He has registrations open for summer camp. And I'll tell you right now, my son went last year and he has different themes. He went to the Nerf camp and it's pretty cool. They're week-long camps. They're different themes. And Chris and his team over there, they do awesome stuff with the kids. So if you want to get your children in a summer program, visit the Timmins Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Facebook page for all the information.
That's right. It's an 8-week course that Chris is offering. $189. Now, if you want to beat or keep it at the $189, that's the early bird price. You've got till Saturday to sign your little one up. But again, Chris and Gracie Jiu-Jitsu hit hard with the stay-at-home order. They can't do curbside, so let's hope that all the spots are filled. This is how Chris is going to make some much-needed money to write a few ships. Again, he's got all the spots open. $189, and again, if you don't have the $189 up front, you can e-transfer him at $25 to hold a spot until you get the entire $189. And again, his email is info@timminsgjjj.com, and you can help out Chris.
Yeah, they do awesome stuff. So when I was a young lad, and I was out for Halloween and I saw someone dressed in a nurse's costume. That was my first love for nurses. Forget it, Kinsman. But now I got a new respect for actual nurses, just not at Halloween. Finally, you didn't know where I was going with that, eh?
No.
You know where I was going with that. But it's Nurses Week. We got a lot of respect. My daughter completed the nursing program at Cambridge, and they're out there kicking some ass in some difficult times, right?
Yeah, they certainly are. I don't know why we only salute the nurses, once a week. Let's salute them every single day, especially in COVID times. They put themselves, they put their patients ahead of themselves. So, very, very, very strong folks out there, and especially with COVID, with all the PPE gear, people complain about wearing a mask to a store. These fine folks and nurses are wearing them every single day with the face shields, probably sweating. It's hats off to nurses who right the ship and keep us all sane and safe. in these tough times.
I had a stress test 2 weeks ago, and the nurses were amazing. Yes, absolutely. All our healthcare workers have really, they deserve $1 zillion raise if it was up to me. Awesome work. Holding things down. All right, Kinsman, we don't talk a lot of, the C word on here, COVID. But, you wanted to give a vaccination update. So
just a vaccination update. Obviously, you always see I always say, and I'm sure I'm not alone, when you see the posts every single day, newscasts, no matter where you're tuned into, it's always focusing on the count, the case count. They never tell you, they don't tell you who's recovered. They don't tell you the whole story. They just tell you this giant number where it's kind of depressing. But the vaccination update, just wanted to let you know that the province, in zeroing in with our PHU, the Porcupine Health District, has posted that over half of the adult population in the PHU district has a dose, or at least their first dose, of the vaccine.
Good stuff. That is a heavily debated topic, but thanks, for the.
But I just wanted to add, this is an add-on to this. If you're pro-vaccine or not, the numbers today and the past few days for the daily case counts have actually been lowered a little bit. And when I say a little bit, when you see the count, I think today's count was just over 2,300 cases for the entire province, which is down from 4,500 from a few weeks ago. So we are going in the right direction. And they said, the province today, if they're going to be sticking to their guns, can't open the entire province, fully until cases get, within 1,000 or below 1,000, at least, from 4,500 to 2,300, we are going in the right direction. So maybe a light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully.
You sound like one of the Doug Ford spokespeople right now.
But he has to open up the golf courses, and I still say this from day one: small businesses have to be open. There's no way to say that small businesses are the spread threat for COVID-19.
Martin has a stress test every day, and look, Lori, she had the nurse's costume for Halloween, so respect. See, Kinsman, nurses are the first front line to save lives, and I have great appreciation and respect for them. Yes, of course.
Certainly.
Lots of folks don't like the vaccine. Bob,
the AstraZeneca vaccine has been stopped.
Yeah, that's right.
For future testing.
So I wanted to mention this. So Chad over to Leak Geeks is doing a draw to help support local businesses. So you can check him out on his Facebook page. And you have a chance to win over $300 in local business prizes and gift certificates and that. So if you check out his Facebook page, you can see how you can enter that draw. And Chad's stepping up and looking to do stuff for the community. So he's awesome.
He is.
And Eric, how can a dog get groomed, but I can't get a haircut to look presentable for my clients?
Right. It's so silly. And again, you can go and get your teeth cleaned, but I can't go sit in a barber's chair and, a hairdressing salon and get my hair cut in the exact same time it would take to clean the teeth. Another question, again, if Jamie or I were running the country and the province, we'd have, things open. I always say, the way things are going right now, no matter how bad the cases are, you focus on the case count. If there's, say a case or an outbreak, as they say, an outbreak of 1 or 2 happens at a business, then that business shuts down for the required recovery time while everybody stays open. Right? There's no need to shut everybody down for, the minimal cases.
All right, Kinsman,
which are happening. But again, that's just my opinion.
Jamie, you look like you have a fly in the corner of your screen. Yeah, thanks, Joanne. I don't know what
that's his green screen acting up.
I don't know. This thing's annoying me. I think Kinsman did something with my bulbs here when he was here over. He changed the wattage, I think. I'm gonna have to fix that up. If we were running the country, there's a comment. Yeah, that would be very interesting. Okay, so I just wanted to mention one last thing before we go. Get your nominations in for Good Vibes. We have another $50 gift certificate coming your way this Sunday. Nominate someone who did something nice, something good, anything big or small. It's pinned to our page, our Facebook page, and we will draw another $50 gift certificate from downtown Timmins, courtesy of our friend Sebastian Vermette at the Cooperators.
That's right. Great draw to get yourself into. And again, big thanks to Sebastian Vermette. So we've got 6 more draws to go. And speaking of winning, we also have a trivia night coming up on May the 20th. Prizes already, the jackpot already over $1,000+ And again, May 20th, it's free to play. And thank you for all our sponsors who have donated a prize thus far. And one of the prizes, I'm excited, MC Duguay, who makes our mugs, she put in a $50 KINZ and KLOMP live prize package. You're going to get the mugs, look like 2 like beer koozies or cozies.
Yes, and, awesome. People have nicer stuff than we do. Eric spoke with Tina. So Tina won the Mother's Day draw, the $500 gift.
That's right.
And she's very happy. Yes, that's right. Lori says the show's almost over, and don't press that. But I love Lori. Lori's the best, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. We'll have to have Lori on the show one night, I think.
Well, she can represent Pick of the Crop. We can bring her on the show. And, she's been on the front lines this entire time and hasn't taken a break. She's still working strong there. And there's Daniel, my stepdad from Barrie. Awesome program to help those in need. Certainly is. My mom tuning in there from Barrie.
All right, Kinsman. Now I'm going to ask you a question. You want to help me sing this Barney song if I give you the first few words?
No, I don't want to sing any Barney songs.
Why not? You have no fun or what?
What are the lines?
You have to say Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination. Okay.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination.
Can you sing it with some effort?
How does it rhyme? Does it rhyme?
Barney is a dinosaur.
Oh yeah. Barney is a dinosaur from this organization.
Oh my God. From this organization. And when he calls what we call a dinosaur sensation. C-, Kinsman.
See, too much Barney.
Okay. C-. I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna fix it.
We'll see you on Thursday.
Okay, bye.